Namaste. I am Narendra Kumar Chahar from Department of Science and Technology and the Faculty of Education and Mathematics. So today we are going to discuss virtualization in cloud computing. So for the reference, I am sharing my screen. Hope this is visible. So when we talk about the virtualization in cloud, first we need to know about the cloud. So cloud computing provides us a means by which we can access the applications as utilities of the internet. It allows us to create, configure, and customize application online. So with the cloud computing, users can access database resources via the internet from anywhere for as long as they need without worrying about the maintenance or management of actual resources. It's like physical resources, it's like hard drive, processor, RAM, etc. So what is the cloud? The term cloud refers to a network or internet. In other words, we can say that cloud is something which is present at remote location. Uh, that we can access it from remote location through the internet. Cloud can provide services over the network, like like on public networks, on private networks. You can say wide area network, local area network, or virtual private network. Applications such as email, web conferencing, or CRM all run in cloud. Now, what is cloud computing? So, cloud computing refers to manipulating, configuring, and accessing the applications online through the cloud. It offers online data storage, infrastructure, and applications. So, cloud computing is both a combination of software and hardware based on computing resources delivered as a network service. We can see an architecture just like here. These are the end users, the mobile devices, and here is the cloud. So these are the resources are placed at one place, and these users and these devices are accessing all the services from here, just like storage, infrastructure, and applications. When we talk about the basic concepts of cloud, so there are certain services and models working behind the screen, making the cloud computing feasible and accessible to end users. So these are the models for cloud computing. First one is deployment models, and second one is service models. So when we talk about deployment models, so these are basically the types of cloud services. So deployment models define the type of access to the cloud, how the cloud is located. So we can have four types. Generally, we have three types: public, private, and hybrid. The fourth one we are taking here is community. So when we talk about the public cloud allows system and services to be easily accessible to the general public. Public cloud may be less secure because its openness. Because of its openness, it's like email. It's open to all. Everyone anyone can create an account on email or this email account, and he can access it, send emails and receive emails from that email address. Now we talk about the private cloud. So the private cloud allows system and services to be accessible within an organization or an institution. It offers increased security because of its private nature. It's like we talk about we have a network in a university. So there is a storage which is located on the server, and every student or faculty members or members of that organization can access the storage. So and it is not accessible from the outside of the university. So this is the private cloud. Now we talk about the community cloud. So the community cloud allows systems and services to be accessible by group of organizations. It's like we take two or three organizations or we can say just a group of institutions, it's like a university and its colleges. So they have created a cloud, and all the university, all the institutions, it's like we can say colleges of the university can access that. Now we talk about the hybrid cloud. So the cloud infrastructure is a composite of two or more clouds, just like private or public, and we can take the community cloud also. However, the critical activities are performed using private cloud, while the non-critical activities are performed using public cloud. Now we can take two scenarios of private cloud. First one is on-site private cloud, and second one is outsourced private cloud. When we talk about the on-site private cloud, so it applies to private clouds implemented at a customer's premises, just like customer wants. Second one is outsourced private cloud. So it applies to private clouds where the server side is outsourced to a hosting company. It's like we can say third party we are accessing from there. Now we talk about the examples of private cloud. We can say Eucalyptus, Ubuntu Enterprise Cloud, UEC, Amazon VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, VMware Cloud Infrastructure Suite, Microsoft ECI Data Center. So these are the examples of private cloud. So we can see here on-site private cloud. It's like the customer wants. These are my requirements, and I just want to access like that. Now, cloud is providing the facility, but a subscriber needs the facility at its premises. It's like the security, what is the time. Now, community cloud also has two possible scenarios: is on-site or outsourced. So in the on-site community cloud scenario, it applies to community clouds implemented on the premises of the customers, composing a community cloud. And the outsourced, it applies to community clouds where the server side is outsourced or the hosting company. We can see the examples: Google applications for government, Microsoft government community cloud, which is applicable to the government organizations. It's like only they can access it. This is the architecture: on-site community cloud, and the second one is outsourced community cloud. In the on-site, the organization's needs, what are their needs according to them, the cloud is configured, and in the outsource, they can avail the services as per the requirement also. Now we talk about the public cloud. So these are the most popular cloud services out there. The first one is Google App Engine, second one is Microsoft Azure, third is IBM Cloud, and the Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 is the most popular among all of these. So here we can see there is a cloud service provider which has the resources, and every user around the earth can access through the internet. Now we talk about the examples of hybrid cloud. So Windows Azure is capable of hybrid cloud, and VMware Virtual Cloud is providing hybrid cloud services also. So in the hybrid, we can see on-site or outsourced community clouds are used in a public cloud, or they are connected to each other. Now we talk about the service models. So service models are the reference models on which the cloud computing is based. These can be categorized into three basic service models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. The first, infrastructure as a service or IWS, is a delivery of technology infrastructure as an on demand scalable service. IaaS provides access to fundamental resources such as physical machine, virtual machines, or virtual storage. These are usually built based on uses. It's like pay as you go. Just use as much as you can pay. Usually, multi-tenant virtualized environment. It's like we can avail the services like a tenant, or we can take them online, and it can be coupled with managed services for operating system and application support. We can see the examples: OpSource, GoGrid, Blizzard Entertainment, AT&T, Terramar, Entity Communications. This AT&T is the oldest among them. Now we talk about the platform as a service, or PWS. It provides the runtime environment for applications, development, and deployment tools. PaaS provides all the facilities required to support the complete life cycle of building and delivering web applications and service entirely from the internet. Typically, applications must be developed with a particular platform in mind. There's like multi-tenant environments, highly scalable, multi-tier architecture. It's like we can say if we want to deploy our three-tier application, so there must be available resources and there are multiple users, so there may have multiple environments for those. We can see the examples: Amazon Web Services, Azure, Terra, Brexpace, Giant, Salesforce. Now, coming to the software as a service. So this model allows to use software applications as a service to the end users. Software as a service is a software delivery methodology that provides licensed multi-tenant access to software and its functions remotely as web-based services. It is also build-based uses, also multi-tenant environment, and highly scalable architecture. So these are the examples: Salesforce, NetSuite, Postini, Facebook, Microsoft Services, or and Google applications. In the software as a service, we can include all the softwares. Now we can see there are many softwares or applications out there that use cloud, from Dropbox, Amazon Cloud, even YouTube, Netflix, Instagram, iCloud, PhotoBucket, iTunes, Facebook, LinkedIn, Skype, Twitter, Google Play Storage, Kindle, mails, all the mails, and drive storage also. Now we talk about the advantages. So what are the advantages of using cloud services? So it lower the computer cost. So we don't need to buy a high configuration computer. Improve performance. We can just access from a basic computer to the internet. Reduce software costs because we can directly take softwares from the cloud service providers. Instant software updates, it is on the cloud. So if there any update comes, it is automatically updated, or we can update manually. Improve document format compatibility. We can see in the Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Office, the Office is continuously upgrading. The document formats may vary in each upgradation, but here a common format comparatively is available where we can see every document can be opened online. Unlimited storage capacity, just not unlimited, but it is sufficient storage that we can use or a user can. Increase data reliability, just like data can be lost, can't be lost. Universal document access, we can access from everywhere. Latest version availability, easier group collaboration, and device independence. Just like we can access from our laptop or any other device. Now we talk about the disadvantages. So it requires a consent internet connection, a constant internet connection, because we are accessing the resources through the internet. So internet is must. It does not work well with low speed connections just because it need to synchronize within milliseconds. Features might be limited, just like if we are accessing our graphical mode, then we need a very strong connection. Otherwise, we can just do the things in command mode. It can be slow sometimes. Store data can be lost because of the data center. Store data might not be secure. So it is up to the cloud service providers. Just like I'm storing some of my data at the cloud. So on the cloud it is secure. But while transmitting the data from my device to the cloud, there may be some issues or some network problem. So it might be a problem for the security. We can see the cloud storages. So it is simple. Just create an account with username and password. All the contents that we put in the cloud is there. We can log on to any computer with Wi-Fi or on internet from anywhere. So this is all about the cloud and the virtualization part in the cloud services. Thank you.